We will discuss about returning from a main method or a function. Returning from a method or a function. How can you return from a method or a function? What is meant by? For that we use a keyword known as return. For that we use a keyword known as return. There are two purposes of a return. First one is a method terminates when either a return statement is executed. When a return statement is executed, automatically that method get terminated. What is mean by that is, whenever there is a return statement seen, the program's control will goes back to the calling function, and the last statement it will come back to the calling function. And the second use is a return statement is used to terminate a method whether or not it returns a value. It will returns a value. Return statement can be used for returning a value. So there are first one, a method terminates the method execution and the control will goes back to the calling function. A return statement terminates the method execution and the control passes to the calling function. The return statement is useful in two ways. First, an immediate exit from the method or function, and then causes the return statement is encountered and the control will passes back to the calling function. First use is whenever an return statement is encountered, it will get immediately exit from the corresponding method and the control will goes back to the calling function. Second use of return statement is that it is used for returning a value to the calling statement. It is used for returning a value to the calling statement. There are two uses. First one is whenever a return is encountered, the method execution will be terminated there and the control will goes back to the calling function. The method execution will be terminated and the control will goes back to the calling function. Second use is it is used to return a value to the calling function. These are the two uses of a return statement. And one more main thing, this is we have already discussed, a method can contain many number of return statement. However, only one return statement will get executed, because whenever it's a return statement, the method's execution will be terminated and the control backs to the calling function. So it will not come back to the corresponding method. It will not execute the corresponding return statement. Suppose I have a public int main. I have one return 1, return 2. Suppose I have returned two returns. These are of integer type, and I have another method public void xyz. It is calling this main method. So my class is suppose abc ob is equal to new abc ob dot main of. I'm calling an ob dot main of int a is equal to ob dot main of. Suppose this is my function, so I will execute from xyz. I have created an object and I am trying to call a main method. So control will goes back to here. In this main method, I have two return statement. First, it will execute the return statement, this one. Whenever it sees this return statement, the method execution will be stopped here and the control will go back to the calling function. This is xyz is your calling function. xyz is your calling function. So the control will go back to the calling function and it will do whatever next. Now, suppose it is having an sopln a. It will do the execution of sopln a. Here a will be 1. So it will print 1. This second return to statement will not get a chance to execute. The second return statement will not get a chance to execute, because whenever it's the first return statement, the method execution will be stopped and the control will go back to the calling function. So how many, you can write many number of return statement, but it doesn't matter, only first return statement will get executed.